Welcome to Power User with Crash Long Johns. That's me. We're continuing our Novice Power Apps series, and in this video, we're going to review the Power Apps components. So let's get started and jump over to the computer. Now that we're at the computer, you'll see that we're at the Power Apps portal, and we clicked on the apps, and it really defaults to apps, but what you're going to do is you're going to click on Component Libraries, and it does say Component Libraries Preview. And here we're going to first start and let's go ahead and build us a component. Now again, we're going to focus on creating a banner component that we'll utilize throughout various different applications that we can pretty much have a banner. So let's go ahead and click on New Component Library. We're going to give our component name. We're going to say banner component. I can spell here. We're going to go ahead and hit create. So what this is doing is getting things ready, and it's going to give us a Power Apps Studio, so that way we can go ahead and create a component. You see over here it says component 1. I'm going to go ahead and just rename this right now. We're just going to say comp banner. We got that renamed, and we're going to go ahead and change our width. So we're going to do the 1366, and we're going to do a 768 height. And let's get this where a little bit more on screen. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to do insert, and I'm going to insert a label. There's our label. We're going to make this all the way across. And let's say that the height of the label, let's go 100. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the text piece of our label. And we're going to go ahead and drop down. And for our label, we're going to go to fill. And let's go ahead and change our fill just to red. So here we got a red banner. Let's go. Dark. Oh, wrong fill. Let's go ahead and click on the right one. Let's get back to our label there, and let's go dark red. A little bit better. So we got our banner. Let's say that we want to go ahead and also have in our component like some text. So let's go ahead and create another label. And we'll go ahead and center that. And we're going to center our text. Let's say, welcome to just put in some text here. Let's go ahead and change our color to white. Shows up a little better. All right, so far so good. And we can also update your naming conventions. We can rename this label text. And our other one, we're going to go rename this as label banner. So there we go. So now let's go ahead and format this a little bit into where we can put it on an actual page. So we're going to change our width now to still 1366, it's fine, but our height we're going to go 100. There we go. So we have our banner there, and we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and file. We're going to save as banner component. All right, that's been saved. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go to my other tab here. I already have a Power App opened up in Studio. It's our Novice Power App Components demo app. And right now I got my screen home. So let's go over a few things within an actual Canvas app here. So right now you will see in the insert, there's this custom, and it's got new component, import component, and export component. All right, these two you might see, you might not see, because these two pieces are actually being retired. You would only see new component. So if we go into settings, look at upcoming features, and let's go to retired. you'll see here that the export and import components is being retired. You can turn it on for a time being, but it will eventually go away. So right now, everything's just being really either created inside the app itself or using the component library. And really trying to have it where you can create them in the component library, because then you can utilize those to your apps. If we turn it off and go back to the insert, you'll see now it just says new component. We're just going to go ahead and turn that back on for the retired, just for my sake. But we're not going to use any of the import or export. So now we want to go ahead and add that banner that we created in the component library into the app. So we're going to go ahead and click on the insert. And at the very bottom, you'll see Get More Components. We're going to go ahead and click on Get More Components. And I see that I do have the banner component. So if you created a component or the component's been shared with you, you'll see the components that you can import from the component library. We're going to go ahead and click on Comp Banner that we created and import. So what that's done is now we have a library components. There's our comp banner. If we go over to our screen home, make sure it's selected, go back to insert, go ahead and click on comp banner. We go back to our screen home, you'll see now it's been added to our screen home. We got our welcome to the world. So great, now you have that banner, you can use that on, if you create another screen, you can add it to that screen and so forth, and it would go across and it's all fine. Now, if I go ahead and click on the banner, there isn't, I can't change that particular field. If I say blue, it's not going to change it blue. We didn't have anything where we allowed things to be changed. So the text, the banner, it is set as it is. So again, if you're wanting to use something more from a corporate standpoint where, hey, we don't want anybody to change the banner, then you just create the banner. Now let's go back to our component library. And now let's say I want to go ahead and change our banner field from dark red. And let's say I want it to be sky blue. And we'll go ahead and update, and we'll make our text. If I click on the right one, there we go. We're going to go ahead and save this. And we're going to republish. Now if I go back to the Power Apps and I go into the insert, and if I go ahead and click on the three little ellipses here and check for updates, it'll tell me that the component library has an update. Now, if I opened up the app and didn't already have it open up, it would tell me that there's been updates and I can accept them or not. So it tells me when the update was. If I hit update, you'll see it changed. So again, from that corporate standpoint, it allows you to be able to just have, hey, we can control what that looks like. If there's anything changes, it will go across to all the apps with the updates. Now, each app, you would have to hit OK to have that update take effect. Let's go back to our component library. And we're going to go back here. And we're going to go ahead and keep this one. Let's change it now. Let's say that you wanted to create a component, but allowing ability to maybe change some things for anybody that wanted to be able to change something. So you could have a banner, but anybody could use that banner, but then make it special for them. So let's go over here to our component properties. So we're on our component itself, and we got our custom properties over here. We're going to go ahead and click on New Custom Property. We're going to give this custom property a name. Let's say this is going to be our banner color. And we're going to go ahead and pick our input. We're going to keep it as input. This time we're going to pick color. We're going to go ahead and create that. Let's say we want also one for text. So we're going to say text color. We're also going to have that as a color. And then we're going to create. Now if we go ahead and click on, we got our color. We're going to go ahead and click on the banner color. And there is our banner color. And let's say that we want to go ahead and just leave that as is. And then our text color, we can leave as is also. Now what we're going to do is go into our text control, and we're going to go find our color. There's our color. We're going to take out the color, and now we're going to put in our comp banner dot. This is going to be our text color. Here we go. If we go down to banner control, also going to go to our, this time we'll leave it for our fill, not our color, but our fill. And we're also going to then do comp banner. And this time we're going to do banner color. All right. So yep, I know it's black and black, but that's all right. But we're going to go ahead and file. We're going to save that. We're going to publish. Let's go back to our Power App. And we're going to go ahead and see if we got check for updates. Hey, we got some updates. So we're going to update it. All right, it's black on black. We're going to go back to our screen. So we're going to go to our comp banner _1 that we have. Now you see that we do now have those custom properties. Beforehand we couldn't change anything. So let's go ahead and click on our banner color. And hey, I'm going to go back to that dark red. And then we're going to click on our text color. And I'm going to say I want that to be white. There we go. Now, if I make changes to this, let's just say that, text color is going to be, we'll change that to blue. And I go ahead and file, save, republish, and go back and do the same thing we've been doing with insert and say check for updates. It says I got an update. But if I go ahead and update, you'll see it didn't change because we have involved those custom properties. So it allows each person to be able to utilize the component banner, but then able to change the component banner color to their liking and also the text color to their liking. But it won't override if there's changes on the component itself in the component library. So if you add the custom properties, then it will allow people to do what they need to do. If you have no custom properties, it's going to stick whatever has been published from the component library itself that you created. So those are two different ways there. Now we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and add a screen here. Let's go save. Let's go new screen. Let's go ahead and get a blank one. And let's rename it just screen second. Now if we go up here to insert and do custom, and again, we're not going to do import export because that's being retired. So we're just going to do new component. All right, I'm in my Canvas app. It's created me a component 1 under components. And we can go ahead and do the same thing. Make the width 1366, height 768. Just a little bit more in. Now let's say that I want to go ahead and insert a label. I'm going to do the same thing. We'll scroll this all the way over, make it about 100. There we go. We're going to get rid of the text. And we're going to do our fill. And let's say we're going to do this in violet, just for the heck of it. There we go. All right. And if we want to go ahead and add in another label, and we'll make that 1366. Center the text. Hello world. There we go. And then on the screen, we're going to go ahead and go into the insert. And we got our custom. So now it's going to be on the custom, not the library components, but custom. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now we'll go ahead and see that we got our screen second and our component ones in there with our new banner component. So there you go. So that's how you can also add in just a component inside your app. Now, whatever you create in the app, again, because it's being retired, not going to have that ability to export or import that into another app, because these two pieces are going to be retired. So you really want to start utilizing just building it inside the component library itself. So thank you for stopping by. Until next time, keep learning.